Hello. I greet you in the love and the light of the infinite creator. We're back here reading Freedom from Government, Acting with Honor as King, second edition. You can find this audiobook or ebook you can download here at freedomfromgovernment.org in their shop. All the way at the bottom, I believe. We left off last time here, so this is where we're going to start. What do you own? Do you own your possessions or just have right of use? I hate to break it to you, but you probably don't own anything. Although possessions is 9/10 of the law, all of your big purchases are all registered, deeded, and certified. Do you know what that means? It means that all of your possessions that you worked hard to get are probably really not even yours. Take your house, for example. Do you have a deed? Does the deed itself refer to the inhabitant or owner as the tenant? I think it probably does. Does the title for your car say title on it? Or does it say certificate of title? Do you know what the difference between the two is? How about you? Do you own you? Are you sure? How do you know? Do you have evidence to prove it? I would not be claiming things that I do not have evidence of ownership of. And if you have a birth certificate, guess what that means? It means that your birth was certified by the government. Guess what else? If your birth was certified by government, it means that they own your name. Unless and until you rescind or use the process to demand back or nullify the registration of the birth. The good news is that you did not have the mental faculties to enter into a contract when you were born. This means that full disclosure would have been impossible, and any contracts or agreements made without full disclosure are fraudulent, and all fraudulent contracts are void ab initio, or invalid on their face from the beginning. But not until you have noticed and defaulted the government on the issue and completed the process to remedy the birth certificate controversy. You do not claim ownership over your certified security, which you know as your name. It isn't your name. It just sounds like your name. But it isn't your name. Yet, anyways, right? Most likely, so you can't claim it without causing controversy as far as the court or police are concerned. The name. Who are you? Are you your name? What is your name? I was not asking for your name in the previous question. I was asking if you knew what your name actually is, or represents. Not only is it what people call you when they want to get your attention, but it is something that was given to you when you were born. Do you know the difference between family name and your given name? Your given name is actually a legal fiction because it is not part of you. It was given to you as a gift. And as soon as your birth was certified, it actually became a corporate entity. The family name is the one handed down by the father, and it is actually considered to be part of you, as your father's seed physically created the embryo. I was looking at my birth certificate the other day, and there was a space for my mother's signature, but no place for my dad's signature at all. Can you guess why there was no space for his signature on the birth certificate? Well, I have had police use asking about the given name, as well as gain subject matter jurisdiction. How else would they be able to do it? It wouldn't be your family's name that they use to gain jurisdiction, because it is always about the name your mother gave you. Please do not ever admit to the government that you are your given name. If for no other reason, then you cannot be a name, because a name is made of letters, not skin, bone, blood, organs, and a soul. Everything you should know should be based on your own first-hand experience. I cannot really claim anything to be fact unless it manifests in the physical world. It is hard to differentiate in the world of fiction, but facts are always self-evident or easily demonstrated. You do not need to know anything about the court rules, procedure, customs, or even location. It is so simple. It is your name. What if the whole time you were in court, you didn't claim the name? If you can stay away from the name, there is nothing that they can do to you. It is so simple. Why would you need to know anything about any laws? You can find out what you need to know by asking questions. The first and most important element of jurisdiction. The accused must be properly identified. Identified in such a fashion there is no room for mistaken identity. The individual must be singled out from all others. Otherwise, anyone could be subject to arrest and trial without benefit of wrong party defense. Almost always the means of identification is the person's proper name, but any means of identification is equally valid if said means differentiates the accused without doubt. By the way, there is no constitutional valid requirement that you must identify yourself to the judge or to anyone else. For stop and identify issues, Fourth Amendment, see Brown versus Texas, 443 U.S. 47, and Corlander versus Lawson, 461 U.S. 352. Police can also gain subject matter jurisdiction simply by asking, "Is this your car?" You might be wondering how. Well, because the registration owner is your given name or fictional legal person. And once again, by claiming to own the name via claim ownership of the car that you likely don't really own either, you cause a controversy and go out of honor. A judge might even throw you in jail as a test just to see if you claim the name. Don't do it. If they get past the issue of the name, they presume to have jurisdiction on you. If this ever happens, you say, "I think there has been a mistake. If anybody here has been upset or offended by anything I may have said or done, can I be forgiven? I ask that you please forgive me." If you say, "I'm sorry," you are guilty. Always phrase the response in the form of a question. So how does one get past "what is your name" question? Well, if your name is something you have right to use of, but not ownership of, wouldn't it be something that you use, like a spoon or a fork or a television? Always refer to the name as the name, never my name or I am. You have to be very careful not to ever let the legal nexus be made or connected the fictitious government-owned given name with the real flesh and blood family name. It is the name that you use. It is not yours. Although people call you something that sounds very similar, they are not talking about the name in court. They are always talking about the name given to the corporate entity. All right, we're going to stop right there, and we'll pick up back here at As King. I hope you guys come back. Please like and subscribe. And as always, I leave you in the love and the light of the one infinite creator. Peace.